TP3. I'm one of bro. College football. Nothing is better. Nothing is better than waking up at 7 in the morning, adrenaline pumping. I mean, I had the coffee, but I didn't need the coffee. I was ready to rock and roll. Guys, I'll tell you what. We woke up thinking, we went to sleep yesterday thinking we were in shambles. We woke up to a nice day. We woke up to a great day yesterday. TP3, how was your evening last night? How did the plays turn out? And are you excited for today?
Well, look, guys, it's been a theme the last 2 days. I've been telling you guys for weeks and weeks and weeks now, we can't not continuously get screwed and not get it back the other way. Yesterday, we needed 2 drives to backdoor cover the spread. And what happened? Not only did we get 1, but we got 2 of them, baby. Michigan State Jonathan Smith got the call. They said, yo, we don't need everybody to hit this Oregon play. We need y'all here. They bring in the backup quarterback, and they lead the most perfect backdoor cover drive I've ever seen in my entire life. Shout out Michigan State for getting it done. And then after that one, we also were on Syracuse, as y'all know. Me and Bro both were. We were both on both the same place. And wow, is that a back and forth game? Now, I don't feel as much like we backdoored that game because we should have covered regardless there. But Syracuse got it done for us outright. 2 huge victories for the boys, man. A nice 2-0 sweep. That's back-to-back sweeps now. We're absolutely cooking right now, guys, with grease, with gas, all that stuff. Let's keep the vibes rolling, bro. The vibes cannot be more immaculate right now.
Couldn't agree. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, we love it. We told you. The bad beats, they just couldn't keep us down here. Some of those beats were nasty, very nasty. But they couldn't keep us down.
Hey, it's they actually that's just kidding. That's not the right quote. But anyway, yeah, man, they can't hold us back forever, man. We knew the boys would get right. We were way too overdue to get right and get some of those to go our way, and that's exactly what happened. So hopefully the breaks keep going our way today, guys. We have a great show for y'all. I have 8 plays currently over on SoBet, bro. How many you got over on SoBet?
We have 3 that have already been officially posted. We have 1, 2, 3 more here on the heating pad, ready to be fired. But again, we have taken a new approach where it's wait and see on big slate days, because I'd much rather see that the ship is going down, we're taking on a little water, and I can jump out and still swim away, as opposed to getting fucking smashed by a Navy ship after I drop everything into the water and then I'm completely fucked. So, yeah, we got 3 live, 3 on the burner, and there could be more. But 8 plays from TP3? Wow. Hey, guys, if you're not subscribed to his SoBet, you're missing out. I heard from a little birdie, he doesn't have 1, but he has 2 max plays over there in the VIP. All you got to do is go to the link in his bio, sign up codes TP3.
Guys, the vibes are insane right now. I actually played 3 games as well today in the MLB. So where the dogs are barking today in the MLB, let's just go ahead and put it that way, guys. I absolutely love the underdog state, but we ain't talking MLB on the show, man. We're talking about football, man. It's football. It's football time, baby. Bro, where do you want to start today's show out and talk? I guess should we start out with a free play here to get things going?
We could. Well, yeah. Why not? We can go ahead and do that. Free play for shit. Yeah. Do you have a free play for any games at noon? Do you have an early play for the people?
Let's see here.
Because the only play I have at noon is a max play, and I'm sorry, but I got to keep that close to chest.
So I have 2 max plays at noon, but you know what? Fuck it, guys. Let's get a free play right now at noon, just because I want everyone to get some action early in here. If you're in here, then y'all already know, man. We love everyone who's in here. We can't do it without you guys. Real quick, before we get the play, just want to make some comments here. First of all, if you're watching me on TikTok earlier, we can't be as descriptive over there about gambling. But on here, this is a gambling show, so we will be very descriptive about gambling here. We are gambling on sports today.
Yes.
So, yes. We are gambling, and there will be line talk, all that stuff here. If y'all want to get all our plays, it's right there. It's called SoBet. It's $9.95 a month, 30 cents a day. To get all of me and Bro's plays. Like I said, I got 8 plays over there. Bro has quite a slate as well. Also have 3 plays in the MLB. We're going to absolutely have a Saturday. We're 4-0, 2-0 Thursday, 2-0 Friday. Let's see if we can't keep the train rolling today, boys. Vibes are immaculate, but let's get into it, man. We're going to a gross game to start the day out. I hope you have the CW on your TV because we're going to be watching Wake Forest and NC State to get our day started. And look, I know the total dropped from what I released at. I really don't care because this game is going to go over the total. Wake Forest has the seventh worst defense in all of college football in yards per play, and NC State also possesses a bottom 40 defense. You look at those factors, guys, not only do both these defenses suck, but neither of these teams are really like getting stops right now. They're letting teams just drive down the field on them. They're playing high-scoring games against bad college football teams. I mean, both these teams need this game like blood, and money's pouring in on Wake Forest here. While I don't think Wake Forest can cover the spread here in this game, I think NC State will with their backup quarterback. I just don't see where the stops come from. Like, both these teams are bad football teams. They're going to throw interceptions. They're going to turn the ball over. They're going to go for it on fourth downs. Like, this is a must-win game for both teams here. There's going to be points in this game. Give me the over. And if you guys weren't on SoBet, you're going to get it at 51.5 instead of like me at 54. I see 60+ points in this game easily.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't cap this game. Mostly just because of kind of what you described. Two really bad defenses, and I think this ultimately comes down to turnovers. Which team turns the ball over more, and that team obviously is going to lose the game. So I stayed away from sides. I do like the over there. A game, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, also, too, one other point on that game. Like, I mean, you look, we have a matchup of terrible defenses. We'll get a free play in that game later between Oklahoma State and West Virginia. The total's 65. The total in this game, guys, should be like, in my opinion, at least 57.5. Or at least 56.5. The fact that it's this low to me is crazy. I think this is one of the better looks on the board. Honestly, if it was at 51.5 earlier in the week, I probably would have played it for 2 units. So I still love this play.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, there's going to be points. There's going to be points. Don't be afraid to lay the chalk with some points, especially, guys, if all signs are showing that these defenses are terrible, line movement means nothing. Line movement means nothing because we had bad line movement on some of our plays yesterday that won. So really like that. Really like that. A game that I don't have a play on, but I almost fired on, and I wanted to pick your brain on it, T.
Okay.
Is UCLA Penn State. 28 points, bro.
Yeah, 28 points is way too many for me, to be honest with you. James Franklin, though, is an ATS juggernaut when it comes to covering big spreads. I mean, nobody on planet Earth wants to take UCLA. I'm not exactly running the window to bet UCLA. I don't want anything to do with this game, to be honest with you. It's weird that they have big noon game day there. I mean, Penn State, I just feel like Penn State their defense has played really well. I don't see UCLA being able to score much, but I feel like they're just playing really vanilla offense in these games, and it's like they're saving it all for big-time matchups against bigger opponents here. It's just not really a game I'm interested in at all, but I could only lay 28.5 or do Penn State first half or something like that here.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not going to lie. I was very, very close to taking UCLA plus 28.5.
Interesting.
I would have bought the hook just so I could get that extra touchdown cushion. You know what I'm saying? You get that 4 touchdown cushion. But I see the way that they played against Oregon. They slowed things down. They tried to keep them off the field. It was very, very slow paced. I'm just wondering if you look at UCLA's game plan and you look at another team that Penn State struggled with and almost lost to straight up, and that's Bowling Green. And both of these teams have very similar constructs in terms of their offense, their offensive play style, their scheme, how they like to control the clock. The more and more I'm talking about this, the more and more I really want to take it. But, guys, I am on the fence. I really think UCLA plus 28 or 28.5. Dude, what are we talking about here? Do we really think Penn State can I don't know. I felt the same way yesterday when we took Michigan State against Oregon, even though Michigan State just got the brakes blown off them by Ohio State. We got a backdoor cover. I'm here to tell you, I would not be surprised to see UCLA cover this. And that's where I would go with it. But I just thought it was really, really interesting to see that type of spread. And then when I started capping it, I saw that angle and similarities, and I was wondering if maybe we have a dog alert here. But I think maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it in me to sweat another backdoor cover after Michigan State last night. That was plenty. That was enough backdoor covers, I think, for me to last 3 football seasons. I sat there for the entire first half and cursed how bad Michigan State was. I sat there for the third quarter and cursed how bad Michigan State was. I sat there in the fourth quarter, even when they scored the touchdown, and cursed how bad Michigan State was until we got that. When they first called that penalty, by the way, they pointed. I know you didn't watch it because you were in bed. But so they were handed the ball off on first down and ran some like stupid little pitch play, lost 5 yards, and they chop blocked or they like did something. I think they got like a face mask or something and got backed up 15 yards. And so they originally called it on Michigan State. And I was like, well, fuck, there's that. And I was like, now I got to sweat Syracuse, who needs a backdoor drive. And then all of a sudden they like backed them up, and I guess they like readjusted it. I wasn't paying attention for a second, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, we're going to have a chance here, baby. It's time to strap the fuck in, boys. But here's an interesting one for you right here, bro.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk too in depth for this game, guys. This is the trend of the day right here. When two service academies face off, as we have here in Navy versus Air Force, the under is 44-9-1 in the last 54 meetings. The one push was that Army game, and Navy game at the end of last season. I mean, look, I used to auto fire on unders in service academies. It used to be a play for me every single time they played blindly, and they went undefeated with that push last year. But to be honest with y'all, I don't want to take it here in this game. Navy's been passing a lot more than they usually do, and their quarterback Blake Horvath is honestly, he could be getting an invite to New York at the end of the season. I mean, that sounds ridiculous to say right now, but look at the guy's stats. He's thrown for like 600 yards, and he leads the team in rushing with like 700 yards on the ground. He has like 14 touchdowns already. The guy's a total baller, and Air Force sucks. I mean, honestly, the game will probably still go under, but I just don't have the balls to do it today. I kind of want to see, is Navy and Army have been throwing the ball a lot more than they used to. So I don't know. We'll see. But these teams also practice against the triple option every single day, so they should be prepared for it. You have any thoughts on that game?
No, I did actually look at it, and I was going to take the dog. I was just like, dude, 10 points? What are we talking about here? 10 points. I think it's going to be a close-scoring game. I think it's just going to be back and forth.
Yeah, see, I want to reevaluate these service academies. I think they've really changed up their style of football, so I don't know. We'll see. I'd rather just not play. Let's put it this way. I'm never going to play the over against these trends, but I definitely don't want to I don't want to be on the wrong side of that one because that used to be a staple of TP3 betting. Some other interesting games at noon, guys. Look, I do have a huge play over on SoBet in the Louisville game. If y'all want to get that one, I won't be talking about that game. Missouri and Texas A&M, I do have a max play here on the total. I'm not going to give out, but I do want to talk about this game from angles. What do you think about this game, bro?
Well, it's funny you ask. You know, the public seems to be really high on Missouri. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, they're so impressive, blah, 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 blah. And lo and behold, when I actually look at things, I see trends that support Texas A&M here. Like, I think Missouri is due for regression, and I think Texas A&M has already shown positive regression, I guess you could say. Earlier in the year, Texas A&M was not playing well at all. They were not playing well at all. I like what I see out of them, and if they're at home, you almost have to. I think you have to ride with the Aggies here. But from an over/under standpoint, I don't have a play there. I don't have a lean there. I think I may know maybe where things are going from an aspect, but we might see points. But in terms of a side, I can't get on it. SEC, dude, we saw so many crazy things happen in the SEC so far. The Georgia game, we just saw Kentucky upset Ole Miss. Like, I don't know. I'm off that game. Dude, if they're giving you a boost, if they're giving you a boost on your sports book for the game, something fucky is going to happen 9 times out of 10. So I'm off of it.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I do lean towards Missouri in this game. I agree this line's sketchy, but I just think Missouri, I mean, they haven't really played anybody, so I'll throw their defensive numbers out the window here. But you look at their offense, they're 18th in rush success, they're 36th in line yards, 23rd in pass yards, 11th in havoc, and 3rd in quality drives. Like I said, they haven't played anybody yet. They really haven't unleashed Luther Burden yet. Brady Cook hasn't done well on deep balls yet this season. I think he might be bombing the ball down the field in this game. I mean, I don't like what Texas A&M's doing right now on offense. They look really clunky, and it's like they either get chunk plays or they can't move the football at all, or they need turnovers. I don't know, man. I think that Missouri is going to come in here and pull off the upset. I think Texas A&M being favored in this game, it's kind of like they think they're going to trap you in this game, but I think Missouri is going to be too much on offense. I was pretty high on Missouri coming into the season, and they've impressed me so far. So I think Missouri comes in here and gets it done. But I will say, playing at Kyle Field's one of the hardest places to play in all of college football. I'd rather just not touch the spread at all in this game. Like I said, I do have a huge play on the total, though.
Yep. Guys, and that's why you need to be subscribed to SoBet, because here on the Weekly Win Streak, we're going to give you as much as we possibly can outside of our VIP plays. What up, Big Hit Mark? Thank you guys, everybody, for joining us. But yeah, if you're not subscribed to our SoBet, we're gonna move on to the 3 p.m. slate now and window. But if you're not subscribed to SoBet, you need to be. You need to get all the plays. It's $10 for your general, your core subscription. Everybody has different VIP prices, but listen, at the end of the day, you cannot have enough information to be informed, to go up against Vegas as we battle 54 now consecutive days of football, college football, MLB, NFL, all one place. SoBet. All right, T. So you and I also share an opinion in a game at 3:30. And I think we go over that one and kind of explain why we're on the side that we are. I almost made this a 2-unit play as well. Just couldn't quite get there. Ole Miss, South Carolina. Who you got?
Man, you look at this Ole Miss and South Carolina game. I got to take Ole Miss. I gave them out at -8.5 last night. The spread went back up to 9.5. I still like them here. I think this is the perfect bounce back spot for Ole Miss. I mean, you look at Ole Miss. They did get pushed around up front last week by Kentucky. South Carolina is going to try to do the same thing to them, but I think if anything, that was a wake up call they needed, and they're going to be more prepared for them up front. You look at Missouri's or South. So many SEC teams, man. You look at South Carolina's offense. What does South Carolina want to do? They want to run the football in these games. They do not want to pass the football at all. Right now, currently, they're 132nd in havoc allowed when they drop back. I mean, their offensive numbers are atrocious. They're 105th in pass success. I mean, you look at this Ole Miss defense. They haven't really played a good offense yet, but they have one of the best pass defenses / run defenses. Like, they're literally number 1 in yards allowed right now in college football against the run. Like, they have the best run defense in the nation. I don't think Sellers and Sanders will get it going on the ground. I think South Carolina is really going to struggle to move the football in this game. Ultimately, boys, we got to look at Ole Miss. This is the perfect bounce back spot for them. They're 3rd in rush success, 9th in line yards, 2nd in pass success, and 12th in drive quality. I think they're going to move the ball down the field here and get it in the end zone. I'm going to rock with Ole Miss minus the 8.5 here in this game. Big time bounce back spot. Circle the wagons.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man. I couldn't agree more. I mean, listen, we got, like you said, the Gamecocks are not good throwing the ball. They want to run the ball. They're 11th in rushing play rate, but they're only 114th in rush success rate. So they're running the ball a shit ton, but they're not very good at it. And then you look at the Rebels or Ole Miss. They're 2nd in defensive havoc, 2nd in rush defense. You mentioned the Gamecocks allow a lot of pressure, 132nd in havoc allowed. Guys, I don't know why people are lining up to back this South Carolina team. And go look at August 31st. they beat Old Dominion by 4 points. They let LSU, who can't stop a nosebleed, come in there and beat them at home. Okay? And are we really going to celebrate a fucking 50-point win against Akron? Like all the viewers in here right now, we could go to Bissell Sports, pad up, go get some pads and some fucking helmets. All of us together can make a team and compete against Akron right now. Okay? This is going to be a fucking blowout. This is a buy low spot. I think I'm more impressed by Kentucky than I am not impressed by Ole Miss. I don't know what it is about those boys, but Kentucky plays those good teams close. Georgia almost beat them. Beat Ole Miss, held them down in terms of offensively. They played really good defense. South Carolina just not it. They're not it. They're not going to be able to score enough points to be able to stick with Ole Miss in this one. I think Ole Miss is going to win by 20.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ole Miss gets right in this game. I think it's a huge circle the wagon spot for them. Let's hit some other of the big games today. I got another free play coming up for y'all here in a second. Let's see here. At noon, we got North Carolina versus Pittsburgh. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this game or not. I couldn't touch this game. I actually capped it pretty heavily because I was going to take Pittsburgh. When I looked at it, though, dude, North Carolina's defense actually isn't as bad as you think they would be, but they really haven't played a soul outside of James Madison, who hung a 70 burger on them. You look at Pittsburgh, they haven't played a single quality defense yet this season. Pittsburgh's quarterback actually has a lot of turnover-worthy throws he's gotten away with. So let's actually see how this game plays out here. I think that one was pretty interesting. You got any thoughts there?
Zero.
Okay.
Zero. When I looked at it very, very briefly, and I'm like, listen, I can't find a single edge here. I'm moving on. There's way too many games where I think I have an advantage where I just don't even want to touch this.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I want to see Pittsburgh actually beat up on somebody. Hey, what up, Pete? How we doing, brother? Boston College in Virginia. I know a lot of people are on Boston College here. It feels like something fishy is going on here with this line. I will say the quarterback for Virginia, Calandria, he's the type of guy who can throw a 50-yard touchdown on you and then throw like the worst pick six you've ever seen on the next play. And there's really no in between from him. Castellanos is explosive running the football, and Boston College gets an early lead. I think they'll roll in this game, but if Virginia can get like a touchdown lead or so and dictate the pace of the game, I think Virginia can win. So that really kept me away from that one. You got any thoughts there?
Yeah, I do actually. I was almost on this game as well, and I feel like I talked myself out of it, and I'm not upset about it. Like, I want to look back at this and see, hey, was my inner voice correct or incorrect?
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, last week I was on Boston College. They helped cash a parlay for us, and we did so knowing that Castellanos was not playing. My concern is this line. Virginia's not any good. Boston College just proved they can win with a backup quarterback. They can make things happen. They have quality wins against Florida State. Why?
Whoa. Florida State's not a quality win.
I still consider it a quality win until it's not.
It's definitely not. We suck. We're terrible.
I still consider it a quality win until it's not. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm staying away from that one. Let's see. What about Auburn versus Georgia? The total's 51. Georgia laying 21.5 now. Looks like this line moved down a full point this morning.
I'm sorry. You said what? I'm trying to identify what's wrong with my microphone. Can people not hear me?
No, we can hear you. I think he's just fucking with you.
I got it. All right, fair enough. What game were you talking about?
Georgia versus Auburn. What do you think about that game?
Fuck Auburn, dude. I live bet them on the money line last week and they fucking sold on me. So that's why I scrolled past that one. I would, if you forced me to put a wager on this game, I would take Georgia in a bounce back spot minus the points. Kirby Smart's an animal. He's an animal except against Alabama. And I think they're gonna come out here with some fire, with some flame, with some pep in their step and want to really blow the fucking doors off of any opponent. So I would take Georgia. But what about you?
I got nothing in this game. I would agree. I just got to see Georgia do it, man. Georgia feels like he's just been playing. It feels like they're bored. Like they just want to get to the playoff where they destroy everybody. Like they didn't show up in the first half last week. Maybe they'll come out hotter this week. They didn't show up in the first half against Clemson. They didn't show up in the first half against Kentucky. There's a reoccurring theme here. Georgia not showing up in the first half. Until they prove it to me, I'm not just going to go out on my limb here and say Georgia's going to show up and blow the doors off them. In theory, they should. Peyton Thorne already has 6 interceptions. That backup quarterback has a bunch of picks. Auburn's turning the ball over at an unsustainable amount. I mean, this is a bad football team, in my opinion, really bad football team. They have no business keeping this game close, but it just comes down to how motivated Georgia is here. I mean, does Georgia show up in the first half? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And I'm right there with you, dude. It's just like we're not even just betting football teams at this point. We're like betting on a football team's mental well-being. Like how focused are they? How locked in are they? How are they? Literally, how are they feeling right now? And I don't like that. So yeah, I'm glad we're both off that game. I think we're saving ourselves some unneeded stress.
I'm with you on that one. What about your Buckeyes? Are they covering 18 today against Iowa?
No, they're not.
Really?
Yeah. They're not.
I don't know. I haven't seen them play anybody yet this season. I got to see them actually play somebody. I know the sharp plays to take the over. It came up from 42.5 to 46 now. It was at 45 this morning or 44.5. That's what all the sharps seem to be taking this game's the over. Look at Iowa. Their games have been a lot higher scoring. I'm not going to do anything with this game. To be honest with you, I haven't got any eyes on Ohio State yet this year. I'm probably going to throw this game in a quad box today and see how they actually look.
Here's what I have to say. One of my biggest reasons for fading Oregon on the spread last night was because of who they play next week. It's Ohio State. Okay, Ohio State is going to have to go to Oregon next week in Eugene and play there, correct?
Yeah.
Not a fucking chance. I've watched Ohio State for way too long. Anytime they have a ranked matchup, like go against look at their numbers when they play Michigan. The week before they play Michigan, their against the spread numbers are terrible. They're hitting under 50%. So I'm just off that game. I'm off that game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him cover, but I'm just so off of it, dude. I could see like a 13-point victory. You know what I'm saying? Like a touchdown and a couple field goals, and just it was never a sweat to lose, but covering was never really in the works either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying.
I still love my Buckeyes though. OHIO, baby.
Hell yeah, let's go. All right, guys, it's time for another free play in here, man. Let's get one. I'm going to give you all one here in West Virginia and Oklahoma State. I alluded to it earlier. It's a battle of two bad defenses. The total is way too high in this game for me to do anything. But what I do like in this game is a play on the spread. Give me West Virginia +3. To be honest with y'all, I was hoping this thing went back up to 4.5, but I knew that number was never coming. The spread hasn't moved since it went to 3 on Thursday, and it's not going to move again. While I don't necessarily love it at 3, I'm still going to play it here, and it's still a free play. I still played it. I mean, I would have loved the 4.5 points just in case, but I mean, West Virginia is probably going to win this game, guys. Oklahoma State is the third worst defense in all of college football. I pointed it out last week. We talked about it. Avery Johnson ran all over them with his legs. They cannot do anything against running quarterbacks. They're horrible against the run on defense. Garrett Green and Talon Green ran all over him. Now it's time for Garrett Green, throw the E on the end of it, to run all over him. Him and C.J. Donaldson, the high-powered running backfield, are going to run all over him. They're going to have no ability to keep him in the pocket here. Their defense is 98th in line yards. They're getting pushed around up front. You look at their offense, they're 130th in rush success rate, and they have what's-his-face in there at running back from Ollie Gordon. I mean, this is where West Virginia sucks is against the pass, and Oklahoma State can't run the football. They're going to stop their run, and they're going to make them throw. Alan Bowman looks like he shouldn't even play college football anymore. I like West Virginia to win this game. I think there will be some scoring here, but West Virginia is going to win this one outright.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, you can't have your best player be a star running back and not be able to run the fucking ball at all. What is going on? Well, it is just a bad situation over there in Oklahoma State, and I agree with you, man. That used to be a team where it's like auto-lock the over. Oklahoma State is air raid, just going to nuke bombs down the field. They can't move the fucking ball. They cannot move the ball, and it's one of the strangest collapses I've ever seen in an offense because, like I said, man, no matter what coach you had in there, it always seemed like a program that was always able to compete and put up points. And now they're not doing either. So it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
So the next game I wanted to talk to you about, and it's another free play. So you just got TPs. You're getting mine right here. Now, I say this with caution because over 93% of the bets are on this game. And I think this is the most public game today. But I could not give a fuck less. This is Indiana Northwestern. I'm taking Indiana -13. I want to go over some things here really quickly. Indiana has scored 42 or more points in 4 consecutive games. Northwestern has scored 69 total points this year. Indiana won their game against Western Illinois or Indiana 77-3. So in one game, Indiana has scored more points than Northwestern has scored all season. If Northwestern only put up 5 points against Washington and 13 against Mr. Mitchell Kusa's Miami Redhawks, how in the fuck are they going to put up points against Indiana? I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. I know it's a public play, and I don't understand why the line is not moving, which does make me a little nervous. It also does make me a bit nervous at the look ahead because Indiana does have Nebraska at home next week. They're going to welcome in Riola and those boys. So I think that has something to do with it. But Northwestern is stating games by forcing people into field goals. That's not going to happen with Cignetti's offense. They have the 6th best finishing drive rate in the entire nation. And Indiana is the number 1 pass offense in the entire nation. We're talking about a Northwestern team that has the 80th best or 80th worst. I mean, I don't know how you want to say it, but they're ranked 80th in pass success rate. Okay. Yes, it's a public play. I could not give a fuck less. Indiana's going to win this game by 20 plus. 13 should not be an issue.
Yeah, no, I think you're probably on the right track there with that game. I think you'll probably get it done. To be honest with you, I wouldn't worry too much about it being a public play. This game only has like a 300K handle on it right now, and it's like one of the lower handle games, honestly, of the day. To be honest with you, like out of rank games, it's one of the lower handle rank games, so I would not worry. I always say, guys, Signetti is that guy. By the way, appreciate you guys. We got 100 people watching us now. Missouri and Texas A&M right now looks like the highest handle game of the day, but I think the Georgia game and the Miami game will probably surpass it as those games are on later on in the day, and they have pretty close handle to what's already on that game. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Let's see here. Do we have any other free plays we want to give out?
Yes.
Okay. Fire it off.
Yeah. Guys, we got 100 people in here. I told myself we get a hundo. I'm dropping a parlay for you guys. All right?
All right.
I'm going to throw you this parlay. And I think it's auto lock. The only one that I'm concerned about is my own fucking guys. My own blood. But really quickly, 30 seconds. We're going to go through this. Make sure you write it down. Make sure you put it in the comments. Do what you got to do. Lock this in. They're all alt spreads, but it's plus 1050. Okay? So you're going to make $5 back. We got Ole Miss -9. Indiana -9. Ohio State -13. Louisville -6. Okay? So again, it's Ole Miss -9, Indiana -9, Ohio State -13, Louisville -6.
We love it. I absolutely love that parlay.
If you're gonna show up and give us 100 fucking people, I'm gonna give you the goods. I'm gonna give you the absolute goods.
Love it.
About filet mignon, steak, and lobster. When this shit cashes, we're going to have a live cooking show with What Up Bro Bro. I'm going to be making some dry-aged fucking ribeye with a nice little side of pan-seared sea scallops.
We love it. We love it. Let's get y'all one more free play in here, and then we'll talk about the Miami game, and we'll get on up out of here. I'm going to the Virginia Tech. Or no. We're not going to Virginia Tech. We're going to Alabama versus Vanderbilt here, and we're taking the over in this game at 54.5. You look at Vanderbilt, guys, this defense is not good. They've gotten run and passed all over. Jalen Milroe is going to destroy them with his dual threat capabilities. He's going to throw downfield on them. Alabama's defense might show up a little lackluster after last week, but that's perfectly fine. Alabama's currently 11th in pass success and 8th in finishing drives. You look at the Vandy offense, they actually grade out pretty well in rush success, where they're 32nd and they're 35th in pass offense, also 47th in drive quality and 40th in finishing their drives. Diego Pavia in the red zone is a cheat code. He's a big body QB. You can run and throw the ball on the run. He's going to get outside of the pocket and make things happen in the red zone. I think Vanderbilt will score at least 2 touchdowns here, and I think Alabama puts a crooked number up on them. I like Alabama to win this game. I'm going to say Alabama wins this game. I'm going to say 42-21, and it's going to be right around the number on the spread, but I think Alabama has no problem calling their shots in this game and scoring at will in this game. Ryan Williams and Jalen Milroe about to go off again. Give me the over here. This number is way too low.
Yeah, and dude, I actually really, really like that, because when I was capping this game, I was capping it to try to find a side on it. I didn't even look at the over-under, but the other thing that I saw was Vanderbilt's top 25 in pace of play. They liked them quick. And when you're playing against teams that are equal to you or not as good as you, that could be an advantage. But when you're playing against a team, because you can't just change your scheme. That's who you are. That's your identity. You're playing against a team that's more physical, like Alabama. Dude, that Vanderbilt defense is going to be on the field a lot. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be on the field a lot. I think Alabama can put up fucking 50 by themselves today. I think they could put up 53 by themselves. Seriously. This could be a really, really high-scoring matchup. I like that a lot, and Vanderbilt's not as bad as people think. Their defense sucks, but they can really score. So I like that play a lot, T.
Hey, let's go. Let's cash it. All right, that's all we have right now, guys, for free plays. Real quick here, let's talk about this Miami game, since that's where game day's at. Then let's get out of here. What do you think? Is Miami covering 10.5 points here?
Well, I want to say yes so bad, but also why the fuck is game day at this game? Why is this the game? Miami Cal?
I think it was supposed to be at the Auburn game, but Auburn just sucks.
I get that. I understand that. So what? Are we just riding the hype of Miami here? Here's the thing. Something is up in this game. I don't like it, okay? I don't like what I see out of Miami. I see trust fund attitude. I see I live in Miami. I have a great life. I'm making millions of dollars playing college football. That's what I saw last week. I don't like it. I don't like it. The fact that game day is there makes me hate it even more. I don't have a play in this game. If you force me to bet, I have no data, no stats that I can tell you this is why Cal will cover. I'm just telling you, this doesn't make fucking sense to me. There's no way this is where game day is, except for to get all of the nation to hammer Miami. Upset. I don't know if Cal will win straight up. I don't think Miami covers. What about you, though? What about you? I could be totally wrong here.
I personally think that Miami's going to cover in this game, and I think that, dude, I just don't think Cal's any good, to be honest with you. Like, I watched them against Florida State. They couldn't score the ball at all in that game. So ultimately, dude, when I look at this game, like, I just don't think that Miami's going to have any problems moving the ball up and down the field here on them. Cal does have a good defense, but I don't think they have the ability to stop them. They really haven't played a dynamic offense like Miami. I think Miami's going to get it done late night, but I'm not touching this game, man. Miami's chokes way too much when they have big expectations. Like, I'm not trusting Mario Cristobal with big expectations or anything. I probably won't bet on many Miami games, to be honest with y'all, this season. They're just like a stay away team for me. Unless it's like a undervalued total, I probably won't be betting any Miami games. Like you said, I mean, when has Miami actually lived up to the hype? Let's see them do it.
They're very similar to Colorado for me, man. Like, this is a social media team. This is a me, flashing lights and blah. Like, exactly. Get on the fucking field and show me something.
Yeah, no, for real. We got to see him get on the field and show us something here in this spot. But all right, guys, that's all we got for today's stream. We've been on here for almost 40 minutes, so it's been a nice long stream for us. Bro, you want to tell them where they can get all our plays at?
Sure can, and I sure will. First and foremost, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us Saturday, early morning. I know you got errands. I know you got things you got to do. To spend your time with us means the world to us, okay? We love breaking down sports, and it gives us – I knew there was a lot of people in here. I was messaging to TP3. I'm like, hey, how many people? We can feel your guys' energy, literally. It sounds weird, but we 1,000% can, and it makes it so much more fun. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. But, guys, SoBet is where you get the plays, okay? You go to any of our social medias at TP3 Bets or at What Up Bro. Go in the link in the bio. Get signed up with sign-up code TP3. Make sure you're locking in. You can use sign-up code Bro if you'd like as well. Make sure you're getting in there, though, because you have our plays plus over 50, now 60 experts on there giving plays in every single sport, from soccer to tennis, football, baseball, basketball's coming up soon. WNBA, we have plays right now. I see people posting all the time. So get in there. It's the place to be. Sports betting is not going anywhere. It's only going to be more and more popular, guys. It's a topic of conversation everywhere you go. You don't want to be on the golf course talking with your buddies, and they say, who you got tonight? And you don't even know who the fuck is playing. Get locked in. It's $10. Your parents are paying $10 for the News Herald to be delivered, right? Get fucking locked in. SoBet.
Cash it. Hey, guys, whatever you do today, please gamble responsibly. Let's get some fucking money.